Hello there, and welcome to my channel, Novice Modelling and the Midlife Crisis. My name is Andy, and today I'm going to be doing I was hoping it was going to be a quick what's in a box review, but there's actually quite a lot of parts in this kit, so it might take a little bit longer than the normal sort of 7 to 8 minutes that I prefer. What we're actually looking at is my MINIART 135 SU-85 with 5 crew members. I bought this off eBay on a buy it now, and I consider this to be, well, a bit of a bargain because I paid £25 plus postage for this kit, and I actually got another kit with it as well, which cost me about 20 quid. So I got 2 large MINIART kits for basically £45. So I'm not going to mess around with this. I'm just going to get basically straight on to the instructions. But I will just say that there was a video uploaded yesterday, which was a haul video, which this kit was part of. So if you haven't seen that video yet, there's some more interesting kits in that video. So please do have a look in the description box, which is below, and there'll be a link there so you can have a quick look at that as well. So basically, we're going to look at the instruction sheet first. There is a tiny little bit of history regarding the SU-85, so I'll just read that out. The SU-85 was a Soviet self-propelled gun used during World War II, developed on the basis of the T-34 medium tank and the SU-122 assault gun. Produced from August 1943 through to July 1944. The 85mm D5S gun allowed the SU-85 to effectively hit enemy medium tanks at distances of more than 1,000 metres and was able to destroy a Tiger tank from 1,000 metres out, proving much capable against the newer German tank designs. So, this is actually one of my favourite one of my favourite Russian pieces of armour kit from World War II. I just like the look of it, basically. So that was why I was particularly keen to get hold of one of these. It is worth noting that being a novice builder, I don't really have any great intention of building this anytime soon because I haven't actually tackled any armour kits as yet. I do intend to actually start on some Tamiyas and progress my way up to something of this complexity level sometime, in 6 months or maybe a year or so. But I do really like the MINIART kits, and I have got quite a few of them in my stash, which we'll be looking at some point over the coming months. They're just basically incredibly well detailed, incredibly well thought out, and really well put together. So we'll have a quick look at the instructions, and as you can see, we've got a hell of a lot of sprues here. The instruction sheet I'm just going to flick through because there's a lot of parts basically, but the first 2 sections are regarding the actual hull, which we're going to put together. The instructions seem to me to be really well thought out, really well detailed, and relatively simple to follow. But like I said, there's a lot of parts going on here, and a lot of parts where, if you're doing a Tamiya, this and this would probably just be one piece, but you're required to put all these together. So it's definitely a challenging model, and I definitely realise that. So if you are thinking about buying one of these, just be aware that these are pretty complex. So there's your first couple of pages. The second page, we're going to start putting some of the actual front-facing armour on. We're going to put some bottom sections onto our hull. We've got the actual gun and mantle assembly here. These look like a couple of ammunition storage boxes to go on the sides. On this section, we're going to start putting our road wheels on. These road wheels, incidentally, I've seen the actual on the sprues, and these look really, really nicely well detailed. Here we've got the upper section of the hull. This is upside down, obviously. And we're going to put more and more of these parts on. And moving on, we're getting to start to look something more like a tank. We can see the gun assembly on the interior here. We're putting the top section on. There's a lot of suspension going on here as well. There's lots of suspension springs in the kit. I mean, obviously things like these, you're never actually going to see them, so I don't know whether we can leave them out or not. But obviously, we're gonna try and put all these things in when we put them together. Moving on here, we've got a nice big towing cable going on. We've got the roof of the crew compartment. We've got the gun going in. We've got some exhausts going on by the look of it, some access hatches, I think these are. There's our entrenching tool or digging out tool. And here's our tracks, and as we can see, we've got 36 pieces of track to put together. I think that's each side as well. So I mean, it's pretty hard at the end of the day. And here we have our fuel tanks, our exterior fuel tanks going on the sides. More sort of cables and things going on. Got a nice little belt here. And hopefully, at the end of all this toil, we're going to end up with something that looks like this. And then we can go to spray it up. Obviously, we've got here factory tests, Sverdlovsk region, autumn 1943. So this is the test vehicle. We have an unknown unit of the Red Army in Ukraine, December 1943 on that one. And as you can see here, it is actually MINIART kit 35178 we're talking about. Sorry, I did forget to mention that. And on the second back page, we've got 2nd Belarusian Front, East Prussia, January 1945. So this is obviously the final stages of the war. And then we have some rather detailed and rather nice painting guides for the figures. These guys are obviously done in their winter clothing. I must admit that's quite a stylish jacket. I quite fancy getting one of those myself. Not too sure about the headgear though. So there's our brief look at the instructions, and we're on 6 minutes already. Wow, we've got a bit to go. Now I would like to actually say, you know, I've never actually seen this before, but well done MINIART. This actually came with this sort of protected cover. This was for the main hull assembly, so that's obviously going to stop parts getting scratched or damaged, which is pretty useful and pretty good, I thought that was at the end of the day. So hats off there. So starting with these parts. Now here we have the road wheels, and these are all attached on 3, 6. We've got 10 separate individual sprues with the road wheels. Now we've got a little tiny bit of flash there, which is going to need digging out. We've got some really nice detail on the road wheels. As we can see, these click together. And again, we've got a bit more flash to dig out here. Oh well, nobody's perfect, I suppose. But again, we've got some nice rivets and bolts on. So that should stand my my painting efforts, I would have thought. And we should still get detail available. So we've got 10 of those little sprues. We then have a baggie, which I'm going to keep in the bag. This is our main tracks. This is going to be the top and the bottom, I would assume. These obviously all need to be removed from the sprue and clicked together. Ooh, this is a complex one. And these go in conjunction with a further 10 sprues that we have here. I'm just going to get one of them out for you to have a look at because they're all identical. And again, this is the track assembly. Nice and smooth, nicely detailed on the inside. So you're going to be able to see all the detail here. This is going to be fun. I don't know whether I'm looking forward to these sort of kits or whether I'm actually going, oh my God, what have I got myself into? We then have a further, let's see, 10 sprues here. This is a big spring, so I'm going to hazard a guess that this is something to do with the suspension, which we kind of saw a bit on the inside here, but I'm not too sure whether it's behind or on the inside of the vehicle. Can't really identify what the other parts are, but there we go. There's another 10 sprues for us to play with. We've got 2 of these sprues. This is a wheel. I'm going to guess this is the furthest wheel for. I don't know what that's called, but it's the. I think that's the drive wheel, and that's something else. So this is the wheel that goes on the rear. And we've got another piece here. Again, this is nicely detailed with really sort of obvious bolts on it. And on this piece, whatever that is. That's that piece done. Here we have the actual mantle of the gun. And this has got some nice sort of foundry markings on it. It's sort of rough to feel. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, I think you can see that. So that's the foundry marking. So that's pretty accurate. I've seen people sort of complaining that basically these on other kits come smooth. So that's got a nice mottled finish to it. I'm not too sure what that bit is. This is single sprue. This looks to me like part of the exhausts. We've got 2 of these sprues. I'm going to hazard a guess that this is the aerial antenna. I only see 1 here, so we've got 2 of these, so maybe, just in case we break one, they've given us a spare. Oops, I've got 4 sprues like this. These are obviously the exterior fuel tanks. I'm going to hazard a guess that this is air intakes for the back, or exhaust for the back to stop it, the engine sucking in water if it was to go through sort of swampy marshlands, which obviously there's a lot of that in Russia, Poland and Belarus and places like that. These look like the leading wheels. We've got some more springs. That looks like another fuel tank. Again, it's all really quite nicely detailed. I mean, I've only really sort of seen the one bit of flash on that sort of that first or second sprue that we looked at, so it all looks pretty easy to come off, and it's going to come off pretty much as we stick it on. Bit of an extra pin there, injection pin. Oh, we had two of those sprues, so we'll just get rid of that one. This particular one here, you can see we've got a cable. We've got two of these. We've got some hooks for attaching, probably down the sides here, I'm guessing. Don't know what they are. So we've got two of those. So there's our cable there. So that's one on either side. Now we're moving on to some of the more slightly exciting parts. Here we have the main body. And as we can see, we've got, you know, really sort of quite nice detail. Lots of sort of panels that we can see. Lots of rivets, lots of little bits added on. So that all looks quite nice. There's the side that our wheels and tracks are going to go onto. Again, we've got detail here, small bits of detail here. That's going to be the base of the underside of the tank. Looks like we've got a little crew escape hatch. Again, the bothers put some detail on this as well, which is nice. That's just the reverse. That looks like the engine compartment rear. You can see we've got grill markings on that. This looks like some sort of baggie that's going on it with maybe a camouflage net. That looks like one of the hatches for the maybe the commander's crew cupola up here, and we've got maybe another. I think this is the hatch for the bottom here by the look of it. Looks like there's another hatch here. That might be access to the engine. So that all looks quite nice. Oh, we're on 12 minutes and we haven't even got anywhere yet. Here we go. We've got the sides of the vehicle. That part there. I'm guessing that's the interior. And that's the outside. And this piece here. What's that going to be? Oh, that's the roof. There we've got the two hatches for the commander and possibly a gunner or an escape hatch. And that is the front section where our gun mounting goes. Again, we've got some nice detail going on as well. It all looks nice. I mean, there's a little bit of flash here, but I mean, we're not going to complain about that, are we? We just going to have to get our file or our sanding pads out. And that's that one. And we've got a couple more to go. These are all different ones. As we've got our gun barrel. That looks like part of the gun mounting. This is the actual gun itself. This is the gun for this is going on the inside. We can see the traversing rack maybe there. Got our shovel and a few other parts. Again, what do you think? Got some nice detail on the gun part there. Oh, looks very nice. I can't wait to get hold of it. Can't wait to get building it. And that looks like the rear. I think this is another hatch. We've got some grills and a load more unidentifiable parts of engineering, Russian engineering, technical engineering mastery. And last but not least, we go on to our 5 crew members in their winter apparel. Got some nice lines and creases on the jackets. Got some white tack there. Got some really nice detail on the boots, detail on the fronts of the jackets. Really good detail on the helmets that they're wearing as well, and the hands. So yeah, I mean, all in all, that looks like a really nice kit. I can't wait to get my hands on it. Well, I've got my hands on it. I can't wait to get building it. We also have a photo etch section. We've got a grill and a whole load of other pieces. I've got to be honest with you, I haven't done any photo etch yet, so I'm going to have a practice on that with maybe an Edward aircraft. I'm going to pop that back in that little thing. We have a couple of rather basic decals, just a couple of numbers for 2 different vehicles. And we have some clear plastic parts, which I'm going to be guessing are for lights, etc, and sort of viewports and whatever, which is quite a nice touch. I don't recall seeing these on a Tamiya kit. So there we go, all done and dusted. So like I say, I mean, I'm quite happy with that, because I only paid 25 quid for it. I think the going price for these is around about sort of 40 to 50 pounds. So I think I got a bargain. Like I said, there is a haul video which I did yesterday, which this is part of. We also got ourselves this rather nice Romanian Takam T60 Romanian tank destroyer. We'll be doing a what's in the box review of that in the coming days as well. Incidentally, if you do wish to pick any of my kits for review, just have a look at this previous video and just drop me a message in the comments bar and we'll get a review done up for them. So that's all I've got to say for now. I'm about to upload this and I'm going to go to work for 12 hours. So thanks for watching. Please do like and subscribe, and be seeing you.